Alright, so guys, if you want to get your missing altar powers, you need to keep a lookout for these forgotten altars that can spawn anywhere in Sanctuary. This one is in a nightmare dungeon, but they can also spawn in pits, they can also spawn in the Witch Tide and everywhere else. So this is how it looks like, forgotten altar. It has a minimap icon, looks like this. And you can click it. Boom! New power unlocked. Pre-run Hardo. So it's random which power you get. But with this power, Piranado, now I collected everything. So there's like, I think like 4 random powers that you have to find. 3 or 4 random powers that you have to find. For example, the Aura of Specialization and Piranado. Let's go. And you can also invite your friends. So guys, if you got the power now, you can leave and we can invite more people here. Obviously, this thing is a bit annoying. But yeah, that's how we get all the powers, guys. Let's go enjoy the season. Hey everybody, it's Rob here. I'm getting asked a lot of questions how you unlock the last witch powers after you've upgraded your altar. And basically the answer is it's a bit RNG because you need to keep an eye out. Everywhere in Sanctuary you can get these forgotten altars. They look like this on the minimap. I'm here in a Nightmare dungeon in Torment 4 collecting 2000 Grim Favors. And these forgotten altars can spawn anywhere. I've seen them spawn in Nightmare dungeons. I've seen them spawn in pits. I've seen them spawn in the Witch Tide. So those are the 3 locations I've seen them. But they might be able to also spawn in Hell Tides and other locations. But Nightmare dungeons, pits, and the Witch Tide. And what I mean by Witch Tide is obviously these green like season theme mechanics basically in Sanctuary. And what you can also do if you find these, obviously you saw in the intro, you click them, you unlock the power. And what you can also do when you find them, you can invite your friends. If you have some friends in the friend list or if you just want to help out some people, you can invite them to your party and they can also click this altar. And they can also get a power. We have been testing it a bit. There seems to be some limit, like either it's a time limit or it's only 4 people that can get the power. But if you just have a normal game, you're a solo, you can invite 3 friends and they can all got the altar. Just like don't wait too long after you click it. I'll probably make a follow-up or we'll be doing some more testing here on the stream. When you invite them and then you can click this and then you get the powers. And then also what a lot of people ask me, and I'm going to go back here. So again, we're done with this. Click the power. Like let your friends TP on you and then they can click it as well. The resulting power that you get is random. So it doesn't guarantee you getting Piranado. But at some point, I think there's only like 4 powers that you need to unlock with the random altars. And for me, Piranado was the very last one. So I'm not sure if it's just completely random, but eventually you will get it. But you can also see here, it costs 500 to upgrade. And how you upgrade, guys, is like you hover it and then you press, you see, press F. Like a lot of people were missing that. And right now, they also deactivated the Hex of Whisper completely because it's bugged. There's going to be a hotfix coming. But this one doesn't work right now at all. So you really want to be updating the powers. And then also what a lot of people ask me, how to farm head rods and fugitive heads. So for me, fugitive heads, they drop the most, I feel, for me at least, in the season dungeons. So you have these like special kind of dungeons here, like Strangling Ruthhold. And there we take the major rewards. Like there's like a different rewards or risks that you can take, like boons and banes, they call it in the Infernal Hordes. But here, like there's just a reward and we usually take the major reward. And then you can get these fugitive heads that you need to craft the powers. Now this is going to be quite a grind, I feel, because I've also not been able to craft. So you click on this guy here, on the Tree of Whisper, on a Galena, and then you click on the last thing, Occult Library. And here you can craft, you know, all the different powers. And I feel you really want to be like thinking about, okay, which power do I ultimately want? Because they are basically all based off each other. So if you want, let's say, I'm looking for right now doing the one that gives me primary stat, this one, because obviously I'm playing the Earthquake Barb. I have some pretty crazy scaling here, double scaling with my main stat. So I'm keeping an eye out for the different powers here. And I already know, like if you don't really see it if you just hover it normally. You need to press your right mouse button. So I just right click. And when I right click, I can see exactly what's going on here. So I need the Vial the vial power here. This one. And in order to get this one, I also need the toadlings and the pointed finger. So it's going to take quite a long time getting all this, because they're all based on each other, and you kind of want to make yourself a plan, because as far as I'm aware, you can't salvage them again. So once you crafted one of the blue powers, you kind of committed, and eventually get the legendary power. And this is quite the grind. So you want to be really mindful of what you are working towards to. Like as I said here on the Barbarian, we definitely want to be working towards to this one here. And I also did this mistake in the past, so now I know. And we're going to be working towards all these here. And they cost quite a lot to craft. What you can also do with the fugitive heads, you can use them to get... I would definitely not get Coven Stepped. I would definitely try to get the Rotting Cache here. Because if you have these fugitive heads and you open this cache, it gives you a ton of Restless Rods. You see, that was 300 rot. And that's exactly what you need to upgrade your powers, but also to craft new ones. And the best way to farm the fugitive heads, again, in my opinion, was or in my experience so far, and again, there might be some other ways as well, and other good ways definitely include just basically blasting the new zone and switching frequently, completing Grim Favors along the way. You want to really collect like 2,000 and just blast all that out. But basically, you can also get the fugitive heads from the bosses in those zones. And you always want to use, in my experience here, the Dot of Whisper. This is a magic elixir that randomly drops. It's going to have this like leaf icon on the minimap. So you kind of already know where to get this one. That's going to help a lot. But yeah, in general, guys, I feel the season is going to be, you know, somewhat grindy. But before everybody gets like negative and they need to buff it again, I think Diablo is suffering a lot from the problem that if something is not obtainable in like a day or two, like if you actually like have to, you know, like work for it for like a little longer than a few days, people are getting like kind of like negative about it. And I feel like in some ways Uber Lilith is the result of that. Like people have been just complaining so much that Uber Lilith was too hard in the past that they've like dumped it down completely. And I feel like some things can take some time, and then it's more meaningful as well. Because like right now, one of the biggest complaints that I hear a lot in Diablo is that basically you're kind of done with the season in a few days, right? Because the progression is so fast. Obviously, like I've been grinding like a lot, right? And we're like already, you know, Paragon 250 and stuff, and pretty much done everything in the game. Like all the bosses, they die in one shot and stuff like that in T4 already. I can show you here real quick. We can just go in the den down here and just like show you like a quick Varshan kill. But in general, guys, I think it's okay if there is a bit of more longevity in some of the goals, right? Like obviously not everybody is playing as much, and obviously not everybody has as much time. Like I've been basically already playing for over 25 hours to achieve this power level. But in general, you know, the game, and this is also true on a more casual base, like you see the boss just spawns and he just dies. It's also true on a more casual base where if the game is becoming so easy and every grind can be done in like basically day one, or like, you know, if you're not playing as much, like it's going to take you maybe like a few days. I think it's okay to have, you know, some long-term goals, like those unique or those legendary occult powers. Like they might, you know, take you a little bit or a little while to achieve them. But I still think it's going to be nice to, like, you know, work towards something and then get like some power level out of it. And we'll see, like maybe it can be like improved a little bit with some other quality of life changes. But yeah, that's basically the build, guys. I'm rocking the Whirlwind Spin to Win Barbarian right now. They have also fixed the chest by now, like the Mantle of the Mountain Fury is fixed. So we're also going to be trying a lot of Hoda today. But I'm going to link this build here in the description as well, if you want to try it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'll probably make an updated video sometime later today or tomorrow about the Hoda Quake setup. But this is the setup I'm rocking pretty much right now. And yeah, just keep in mind that the Hex of Whisper is disabled and we are rocking the Hex of Shattering. Enjoy, guys, and good luck getting the Piranado and all the other amazing witchcraft powers. Let's go, Barb Nation. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.